We often talk about ignoring your current circumstances. I'm going to give you a little tip on how you can do this easily. You don't want to miss it. Well, welcome back, Soul Tribe, to the Stacy Loves You channel. This is where you can come to manifest your best life. My name is Stacy Belinda. I'm an empowerment mentor. Here at the Stacy Loves You channel, we talk about self-love, self-concept, manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, self-care, empowerment, and so many other things. You do not want to miss a beat. All right. So in the intro, I was talking about ignoring current circumstances. This is one of those things we have to do when we're manifesting a new reality. When we are becoming the best version of ourselves and creating a new story, a new self-concept, we have to almost be delusional about what we see in front of us. Because if we're saying things like, oh, I'm so rich, but our bank account is empty, or if we are saying, oh, my SP is so madly obsessed with me, they're always chasing me, they love me so much, they're so just devoted to me, but they're still dating a third party. Or, you know, if you're manifesting weight loss or weight gain, and when you look in the mirror, it's not showing you what you want to see. These are what we call our circumstances, our current 3D reality, and how can we best ignore this? Sometimes, you know, we know we have to ignore. We know that our thoughts up here are what's creating our dominant thoughts in here are what will create our new reality. We know this, but sometimes we are triggered, irritated, frustrated, just getting, you know, totally pissed off about what we were seeing in front of us, the constant reminders of everything we've manifested in the past, our crappy story, all the things that have gone wrong for us. How can we kind of, you know, fool ourselves into believing that this was a mistake? So that's exactly what we're gonna do. From now on, when you see things you don't like, oh, that's a mistake. So, you know, when you're using a Wi-Fi connection and then suddenly it bottoms out and suddenly you have no service and, you know, your phone gives you a little robot or whatever telling you you're offline. And then it comes back up in a couple minutes, and it's not that you're offline, it's not that you didn't pay your phone bill or your internet bill or whatever, it's just something that kind of just went haywire for a minute, okay? But it comes back and everything is fine. It was just a temporary setback and just kind of one of those weird things. That's how we're gonna start looking at things we don't like in our reality. It's a mistake. Oh, that was just something temporary. It'll clear right up in a second. That's how we're gonna do this, okay? It's a mistake. It's the internet went down. The Wi-Fi went out for a second. You were driving with your phone and the connection cut out because you drove through a foresty area, whatever. However you want to think about it. But that is how you're going to look at things you don't like. If you are losing weight or gaining weight or at least any body type of thing and you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you can easily just be like, oh yeah, that's just a mistake. That was a bad picture, or yeah, that's just a temporary weight gain, but I'm always so thin, so I know that it'll be back to normal in just a matter of days, or in no time. You know, if you see an empty bank account, you can just say, oh yeah, that's because my check hasn't cleared, or that's because that must be a mistake on the bank, that must be a bank error, that must be just that's just because you spent a large sum of money and it hasn't updated now, or you just made a large sum of money and it hasn't updated now. You know, if you see your SP with a third party, it's oh, that was an old picture, that was an old post, that was the past, you know, because I know I'm with my SP now. We have this perfect ideal relationship, so I know that me and my SP are together. So when I see something like a third party, or when I see that they, you know, walk by me and didn't acknowledge me today, that was just a mistake. That was like an old program. I put in the wrong, you know, disk. I put in the wrong SD card. Those were some old pictures that the internet went down for a second. However you want to look at it. Basically, it was a mistake. That's not real. If it's easier for you to think, oh, that was when the Wi-Fi went down and it just needs to catch back up and show me the current post, because I looked at that a while ago and it's just now catching up to the new information. It just all has to come in. Or, you know, when your phone's offline and you haven't gotten all your updates or messages, emails, whatever, and you kind of have them kind of pouring in, but a lot of them are irrelevant now because you haven't looked in a few days, a week, whatever it is. You go on vacation, you come back, you have mountains of emails, text messages, DMs, and you haven't had a chance to look. When you turn your notifications back on, everything comes through really quick. and you see it and you're like, oh, well, that's invalid now because that's no longer relevant. It's no longer part of it. You just kind of look at it. Like you might have gotten something and say, oh, we're closed on Monday, but you know, Monday's already passed and you missed it. So that's how you're gonna look at things you don't like in your 3D reality. You're gonna see it and you're gonna go, oh, well, that's no longer relevant, or that was a mistake, or yeah, that was just when that mistake happened. That was just when the Wi-Fi went down. That was just when I was away, and it still just has to, you know, reformat, reset. That's how you're gonna look at it, okay? It's as simple as that. So this is just a little kind of trick to get you into the mindset. So a way to, when you see something you hate in your 3D, you just tell yourself, oh, that's not real. That's an absolute mistake. It'll be back to the right way tomorrow. I've always been rich. That empty bank account, that's just the bank error today. It'll be back to normal tomorrow. Oh, I've always been thin. I've always been fit. I've always been perfect in every way, shape, and form. That was just a bad picture. Okay? I think you get it. So I hope this helps everyone who is trying to get past and, you know, ignore their 3D. It can be difficult sometimes, but we are operant powers in our reality. We are controlling the ship every day. So it's up to us to make sure that we stay aligned. That's how we get what we want, right? Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you like what you are hearing, then go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment down below, do it all. I would love it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Remember, you can dream it, you can have it. Believe in you like I do. Bye.